Most people would quit YouTube after a year, almost making no money, just crickets. I stayed for 4. Honestly, I almost quit, but then slowly things started to click. It took me almost 4 years to get to 1,000 subscribers, but in the next week, I went from 1,000 to 25,000 subscribers. Insane. It took such a big turn. So within 3 years time span of getting monetized, I almost got 3 million views, 430,000 watch time hours, 25,000 subscribers. My earning just from YouTube AdSense was, I know, insane. Definitely faster growth, but at the same time, it took forever to get here. And that's the part you never hear about, the real journey behind the numbers. Usually when creators make videos about how much they made on YouTube, either it's big creator or someone who got super lucky and got monetized very, very quickly. But for most of us, that's not the case. It takes years of posting with nobody really watching. Maybe just you, your mom, your family, and that's about it. Those years in the trenches. That's what shaped everything that came after. Before we talk about earnings, let's go back to where it all started. 2018 is when I finally posted my first video, and that's the only video I posted that year. A travel vlog where I barely talked or showed my face. Shy? Yes. Confidence? Zero. I filmed other videos before as well, but I never finished editing it, or if I edited it, I never posted it. I just wasn't confident at all, and fear of judgment and what other people would say held me back. But at least I took the first step. Otherwise, just taking that step took me years. So my first year, I got 262 views, 8.4 watch time hours, 10 subscribers, and $0. I know these numbers are not exciting, but for a lot of us, this is the reality. 2019, I posted 6 videos, just 6. I know it's better than before, but still, I had a long way to go. I was mainly doing fashion videos like lookbook or hauls. I did a few sit-down videos as well, but I was kind of all over the place, still inconsistent, still learning. Didn't know what to post, but I wanted to post. I was making excuses like I need to have a perfect setup, I need to have a good camera, I need to have better lights. I end up getting umbrella lights, ring light, which I don't even use it no more. I was telling myself that I'll start once I lose weight or once I get a haircut. I know, very random excuses. So in 2019, I got around 7,700 views, 238 watch time hours, 90 subscribers, and still $0. 2020, 23 videos. It was a mix of fashion hauls, activewear hauls, lookbook, few vlogs, kind of again all over the place. I was just basically throwing stuff on the wall and hoping something sticks. 2020, I got 20,000 views, 664 watch time hours, 201 subscribers, and $0. For my corporate work, I'm in IT, so it's not creative. I really wanted a hobby or like a passion project outside of work. Otherwise, I was tying my identity with work. I was a workaholic and I needed boundaries around that. So that was one of the main reasons why I just wanted to keep creating YouTube videos, because it gave me that creative outlet where I can do things, I can create things based on what I'm feeling or what I want to post. So there's a lot of freedom with that, and I feel like corporate work, we have our own scope. There's like less say. When I say that, it's very project driven. 2021, that's the most consistent I've ever been. I posted 48 videos in total. It was a mix of vlogs and fashion videos. That's when I realized fashion videos aren't for me. I love clothes, but creating fashion videos on a weekly basis, Other hand, vlogs, that felt right. That felt like me. So in 2021, I got 20,000 views, 664 watch time hours, 200 subscribers, and still $0. So in order to get monetized, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. Watch time needs to be for the last 12 months. I was not there at all. 2022, big experimentation year. I posted around 85 videos, including shorts for the first time. I posted 37 long form and 48 short form content. Fashion was slowly fading and vlogs were taking over. I was testing different formats, seeing what I liked, and trying to find my voice. So this year, I got 130,000 views, 1.5k watch time hours, 302 subscribers, and still $0. I think a lot of views and watch time were for my short form content that year. Beginning of fourth quarter of 2022, we did hit 1,000 subscriber milestone, which was huge since we were marching towards that goal forever. However, I didn't fulfill the watch time requirement for monetization. So if you're planning to do YouTube thinking you'll be an overnight success or you'll be rich, sorry to break it to you, that's not always the case. If you're in it for the wrong reason, you'll definitely get burned out within the first year or by a second year for sure. 2023, this is the year everything changed. Beginning of the year, I was feeling burnt out, discouraged. It's just the amount of effort and time I was putting into either vlogging, filming, and editing. Compared to that versus growth in numbers, it was so imbalanced. I had reached a point where I really felt that maybe YouTube wasn't for me, or maybe I didn't have the personality for it. Also, I do this on the side. I already have my corporate job, which is pretty demanding. For my corporate job, I'm on my laptop the whole day, and then again after work, I'm editing in the evenings. Just balancing both, even now it's very difficult. But then I posted one video, my apartment hunting video, and everything changed. Within few weeks itself, I got monetized, and that was still beginning of the first quarter. So that year I got 615,000 views, 72,000 watch time hours, 7,000 subscribers, $4,300. For some people, this number may not seem a big deal, but for me, after grinding for years, 2023 really proved that consistency and showing up even when there's no one watching or when growth is slow, at the end, hard work pays off. I was moving to New York City by myself in my 30s. Usually, creators who post videos about moving to New York City, they are in their 20s. I think I'm 36 now. Oh, I was 33 when I first moved to New York City. Somehow my apartment hunting video got picked up, and videos following that, which was the continuation of the moving series, it got noticed as well. I documented the entire process from me searching for my apartment, viewing different apartments, applying, getting accepted, selling my furniture, packing, moving, settling in. I wasn't planning to make a series, but it just ended up happening. And I think, again, this is my assumption, but I think that's the reason why the series got picked up. Once I settled in, I started having a lot of issues with my first New York City apartment. Roach issue, mold issue, and all of that. Beside my regular life, I documented those issues as well and how I was handling that with my building management, and they were not great. So besides being a creative outlet, that year I realized that we are building a community here, which I'm super grateful for. 2024 changed the trajectory of this channel. Numbers are crazy for 2024. Whenever I see it, I'm like, what? So the channel got 1.4 million views, 227,000 watch time hours, almost 14,000 subscribers, and I earned 17,090 cents. So the number you see here for estimated revenue is pre-tax. So usually I guesstimate 20 to 25% for taxes. Because of all the apartment issues and the building management not being cooperative, I decided to move again. Instead of one apartment hunting video, I had multiple parts since I had viewed around 50 apartments in total. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It took me forever to find an apartment because I was so traumatized from my last apartment experience. And also my budget wasn't high for a 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan. So it took me forever. I documented the whole process and that got picked up. And after that, again, me moving, settling in, I documented that process as well. It's just helped to build the momentum. Moving series ended and regular life started. Things started to slow down, definitely. 2024 was an exceptional year. So the numbers, again, depending on what I'm vlogging about, it changes. Since vlogs are based on what's happening in my life, it fluctuates a lot as well. So whatever you see in 2024 is not the number you'll see in 2025. It's different. To keep that momentum going, I could have started decorating series that year itself, but I was exhausted after the move. Apartment hunting, managing my work, YouTube, brand partnership, yeah. And personal life. I forgot about my personal life. It was non-existent, I would say. Whatever revenue you see here is just from YouTube AdSense. I started to do brand partnership in 2023. Maybe in a next video when we talk about YouTube again, I can include my income from brand partnership since that is also one of the biggest chunks. 2025 was a slower year, but in a good way. 2025 was all about showing up, staying grounded, and keeping priorities in check. It was mainly New York City vlogs. There were a few vlogs from Nepal as well when I visited home. And then I also started my decorating series around end of the year. However, I wasn't super consistent. Life outside of YouTube needed my attention. Not all year can be a rapid growth. There are years where it'll be slow and steady. Whenever I start comparing numbers, I always remind myself to look at videos from 2023, 2022, 2021. We have formed such a strong community here, and that's what matters the most. In 2025, we got 800,000 views, 126,000 watch time hours, almost 3,000 subscribers, and for revenue, it was 8,400. Since I'm not relying on this for my livelihood, I feel less pressure if something does not perform well. Obviously, I'll feel disappointed, but then I'm not feeling like, I'm not worrying about like, oh, how I'm gonna pay rent or my grocery, and also not move forward with brand partnership if it does not align. I feel like it's less pressure from everywhere. So 2026, I know we're still in the beginning, but since it's end of Jan, I just wanted to include it. So far, I've posted 3 videos, 2 lifestyle vlogs, and then 1 apartment decoration video, which did pretty well. So far in 2026, we got 92,000 views, 13,000 watch time hours, 484 subscribers, and then $823. And the reason why there's a spike in January for this year is because of the apartment decoration video. So I posted 3 apartment decoration videos so far for this current apartment, and the one that I posted recently is the one that's performing really well. So far, in the entire lifetime of being on YouTube, which if I count, I don't know if I should count the first year because I only posted 1 video. Maybe I should, right? I don't know. I don't know if I should count that year or not. So if I count that year, it's 7 years. If I don't count it, it's 6 years. So regardless of that, the stats are 3.2 million views, 443,000 watch time hours, 25,300 subscribers, and $30,674. So this is the reason why I wanted to share the stats, because what you see online versus what the reality is very different. If I'd kept comparing myself with other creators' growth, I probably would have given up on YouTube years ago, and I'm so glad I didn't. Since this channel started as my creative outlet, I think that's the reason why it kept me going. Hard work and consistency definitely pays off at the end. It may not be from a monetary standpoint. For me, this platform and community has given me opportunity to explore different topics, to express myself, and also it has built confidence in me as well. Growing up, I didn't see South Asian representation in mainstream media. The only place I saw it was on YouTube. When I started, I didn't think myself as being that representation for some reason, but as years pass by, if I can be that representation for someone, that matters. And this is the reason why I wanted to share the highs, the lows, and the stats, because YouTube has given me more than just the numbers. It's given me community, growth, and a way to create representation where it matters. If you've been wanting to start YouTube, or if you're second guessing yourself, this is your sign to keep on going. If you're waiting for a perfect moment or things to fall in place to get started, that will never happen. Do not wait for a proper camera, mic, editing software. If you have your phone, that's more than enough for you to get started. It is getting super late now. It's 3:22 a.m. on Friday morning. I have work today. Filming late at night or early morning at 36 is difficult. It's hard. I'm gonna struggle today for sure. I'm gonna end this video here. If there are any tips, recommendation, or any points I might have missed, leave it in the comments down below. If you have an Instagram, my Instagram is Tisha, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.